Cool and crisp. It is the perfect weather to stop by your favorite cider mill. And this morning, Melanie Peltz is here with us from the family-owned Franklin Cider Mill, which is in Bloomfield Hills. It's so good to have you here with us this morning.
I'm so happy to be here this morning. Thank you.
Tell us all about the fun stuff happening right now at the Franklin Cider Mill.
We have so much going on right now. Well, first of all, it's fall, as we can all see. So when you think of fall, you think of the cider mill, right? We have all of our delicious treats going. We have things ready to gear you up for every day after school, nighttime, dinner parties, tailgating. We have incredible meats and cheeses to make your own charcuterie boards. We have our maple syrup for all your pancakes in the morning, or if you mix it in baked goods. We have our honey, salad dressings. We have our donuts, apple pies, apple pie bread, which people just love. And you guys will have to try this. Heat it up. It makes a delicious French toast on a Sunday morning or whenever you want. Unbelievable caramel apples, which we are known to. We make them in-house, so they are fresh every day. We brought back a little Halloween sprinkle to keep it festive. And we have our unbelievable cookies that we have, a little sugar cookie that was made by a local bakery for us, Culinary Bakery, and they are exclusive to us as well.
This is like overload for me. There's so much going on. I'm going to take a little sip of this Honeycrisp cider.
We've got the Honeycrisp cider, which is actually different than the original, right?
Yes. So Honeycrisp cider is made, isn't it so smooth? It's purely just a Honeycrisp apple, which is a little bit sweeter. And as the season goes on, there's always a little bit of a different taste. So we probably brought that about 7-8 years ago. We tried it out, and people just loved it. It's a fan favorite, along with our original cider mill, which is an array of apples of what we have in right now, which we have our biggest selection of apples that you'll ever have. So we have our Crimson Crisp. I don't know if you guys have ever had this. It's a really sweet, it's like a combination of like a Gala apple and a Honeycrisp apple.
Oh, my two favorites.
Oh. So then you're gonna love this. I'm gonna leave these with you guys. We have our Honeycrisp. We have in our Northern Spies, which we get calls for daily because people love them for baked goods. We have our Cortland in. We have our Macintosh. We have our Gala. We have such an assortment of apples. So if anyone can just stop on by and get it before we do run out, because they do come in, you know, every few days, but we sell out of them.
You have like a lab up there. You're crossbreeding apples.
Yeah.
This is insane. Now, one of the things is you have a strong family history. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm a third generation. My grandfather had purchased a business in the late 50s, early 60s. He ran the cider mill as it was, and it was an incredible place. He brought electricity to the cider mill. When he passed away, my father, Barry, took it over, and then my father started getting sick. I kind of came in, never thought it was going to be like me doing it, jumped in it and loved it. And I have such an incredible staff that have been there since, some of them since my grandfather, as teenagers, and then went away, you know, had their families, moved up north, and then came back to help support me and take this, you know, family tradition to keep going on and on and on.
Impressive tradition.
Yeah, and you mentioned family tradition. You pretty much grew up there, and now it must be something to see all of these folks coming in with their children and their grandchildren, because it really is like, it's part of like the fabric of the community.
It's exactly it. So people always say to me, oh my God, I was here when I was a kid. I can't bring my kid. Or I got engaged here. And oh, look where I got engaged. And they love to show me everything that they did as a child. So that's what's actually kind of cool. It's like, I kind of was their generation growing up, bringing all my friends, thinking I was like so cool, going behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And now it's like here looking at, you know, when I stand out up top and look around and look at all the families and all the kids, it's a happy place. No one comes there if you're not happy. And that's why I have such an incredible staff, because they want to work there, because it is a happy place. Everyone walks in with a smile. They leave with a smile. You're going for good memories, making your own memories in your families.
And tell us about some of the events you have coming up. Do you have anything coming up this weekend specifically, or for the season?
So this weekend, we always on the weekends, we have live music, live jazz, interactive music. We have a tattoo artist who's incredible, who does full faces. She's really wonderful. We have every weekend we pretty much do the same thing. We have the entertainment, we have the tattoo artists. We make our hot dogs, which people are crazy. They're cider dogs. We grill them overnight.
And you brought one with you.
I brought one with me to show you how unbelievable they look. And what we do is we marinate these in our apple cider. We invented them. And we grill them on the weekends outside. During the week from 11 to 3, you can get them down below in our little shack called the Franklin's Favorites. And that's where we have them during the week for lunch. And then on the weekends, we have lines lined up for these. They are the best thing. People come just for the cider dog.
Cider dog.
You're going to have to get one.
Put it on the list.
Got to come get a fresh one. And then we also have on the weekends, we have corn, which people love.
Yes.
Corn on the cob. We have a man who's been with my family for a while who can't wait to get there. He brings his little, you know, corn, and fresh corn on the cob. People love that too. They get that in the back parking lot, and they move their way up with their cider and donuts and all our fun little goodies in our tent area.
And maybe feed the ducks.
Oh,
that's
the
one of our
ducks.
favorites.
Of course,
Yeah.
I got the ducks.
Yeah.
The duck food. So we used to see people feed their ducks the donuts.
How
And
dare they?
Right? And I was like, how are they gonna, these ducks are not gonna be able to digest their food, right? So we now do duck food. We sell it for everybody, for all the kids when they come. And the ducks are waiting for everybody, but sometimes they kind of go down the river and swim away, and people are like, when are the ducks coming? Like, I have no idea. The ducks are usually here at this time of the year, so
Yeah.
people love just sitting there and doing it.
All right, well, you mentioned donuts, so you want to do a little demonstration. You want to
Yes,
shake it for
yes.
us this morning, do you?
So our Franklin Cider Mill donuts are one of a kind. We are the only cider mill in the state of Michigan that serves our donuts fresh, hot off the press. We've always been, people were requesting for a cinnamon sugar donut. Our donuts are a cinnamon spice batter. They're an old German recipe, and they are delicious as is hot. But somebody brought me something called donut dust.
I like the sounds of that.
We created this last year with a friend of ours, and what you do with the donut dust is you pour it on a dozen donuts after you purchase them.
Oh, a generous serving. I like it.
Generous.
And then
kind of-
they're warm, right? So you
they're
put that
warm.
on there.
You
Okay.
and the donut dust really only works when the donuts are warm because it soaks into it.
Mm-hmm.
You take the bag and you do a little shake, like that,
And voila.
and voila.
There you go.
They're
You are
covered.
going to have your cinnamon sugar donut.
So
Look at
Sandra,
that.
pass this
Thank you
down.
so
I'm learning
much.
some manners.
Thank you. And it is so warm. How did you keep this warm?
We have our little tricks over here.
Donut dust.
So good.
Isn't it good?
It is so good. So now you can have the original.
Correct.
If you want the original. And then for those in the family who like the
Exactly.
cinnamon sugar, they can get the cinnamon sugar.
So warm, so good. That's excellent. All right, so for people that don't know, where are you, or how do they find out what kind of activities? You must have a website.
We do have a website. It's the Franklin Cider Mill .com. You can always email us at the Franklin Cider Mill gmail.com. We also, which I forgot to mention, is during COVID and during those scary times, we have an online ordering system, which is similar to like, I'm going to use like a Starbucks. Place your order online on our website, pull up, walk up on our porch, get your order to go, and run out. So to avoid those lines on the weekend, you just come on and, up the porch, get your order. We make it fresh the second you get there, and you're on your way. Our website is franklincidermill.gmail.com. That's how you order all your ahead of times. We're open 8 to 6, 7 days a week, and we are here till November 26th, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody comes out and definitely get your stuff before you go tailgating at Michigan State.
There is
Perfect
a
for
lot of
tailgating.
stuff. Yeah, so put me down for 2 of these. I'll pick them up Saturday morning at 8 with the donut dust. That'd
You
be
got
great.
it.
We
You got it.
appreciate
You got
it.
it.
Thanks so much for coming by and bringing all this.
Thank
and
you so much.
letting us all know about all the food and activities you offer.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, and let's go blue and go green, I guess.
That's right. You're staying neutral for sure.
Exactly, exactly.